Shut up and sit down.
Check 1 2.
That's Cody Hall that you hear on the mic.
Oh shit! You just tricked me into starting this.
Yeah. How's it going?
How's it going, man? Welcome to my humble abode.
Thank you for having me in your home.
Yeah, you got plenty of posters here. I got La La Land for you. That's good.
I see La La Land. Did you just bring that out just for me?
I did put it up pretty recently because I knew this was going to happen eventually. So
here's to the fools who dream.
look at those idiots. Oh man.
Would you be able to get that based on the tagline? That's not a joke. I'm just saying, like if that was like a trivia game, like the
you're asking me.
Yeah,
I thought you said it was like general. No, yeah, I totally get that.
No, like if someone's
you're saying if it was a trivia question, it was tagline. Yeah, I'd do
the
that.
tagline is "Here's to the fools who dream."
That's so easy.
You'd be like La La Land.
So easy.
And you also have Deadpool.
Field of Love Valentine's Day. That's a bit tougher. That's tougher to do.
Yeah. Force Awakens doesn't even have one.
No, wow. They're just cocky at that point. They're like, we're fucking Star Wars. We don't need a tagline.
I don't need to put any effort into it. You're gonna see it anyway. And her
doesn't even. Oh, it says a Spike Jonze love story. That's all we got there.
All great movies though. Yeah, Her's a great movie.
You've now gotten the description of my kitchen here.
Yeah,
viewers, listeners, whatever.
You got in-unit laundry room that I saw.
It's good. It's pretty convenient.
Yeah.
Don't got to pay any coins or anything.
How long you been here in this unit?
I've been here since December, so a couple months.
Yeah. You like it?
Yeah, it's a good time. I like my drive to work is now cut in half, so that's pretty good.
You used to live in Corona.
Yeah, and that was fun every morning and afternoon. Almost 3 hours sometimes.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Well, I was stuck in a lease, man. I couldn't break it.
Oh, really?
So I moved in to that place, which was awesome because it was pretty cheap and it was good for a first apartment for me to own. And then I got the job at Collateral at 4 months after that, and I still had 8 months left on the lease.
Oh, okay. Damn. Yeah. But didn't you work at Schmoes though, like before that, and they were all in Burbank and LA?
When I was an intern, yeah. There I was in Burbank or Encino, and then that was always that was usually 1 day a week though, so it wasn't that bad. And then generally when I would leave, it wouldn't be when traffic was going on, so it'd only be like an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that changed quickly.
Yeah, now it's a lot better. It's still like a pain in the ass, but it's a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
But for people who don't know, but I'm sure everyone knows who you are. No one knows.
No one knows and nobody cares. Brian,
come on, people care about Cody. There was a Facebook poll that we posted on Who Wants to Be a Beardo podcast. Mm-hmm. Who do they want to hear?
Did you just call your show Who Wants to Be a Beardo?
Who Wants to Be a Beardo?
That's not the name of your show.
Don't Be a Beardo is the name of my show.
Just an absolute professional.
Yeah, I take this very seriously, Cody.
Sorry, continue.
No, but someone posted that they want to hear from Cody, they want to hear from Ace. Okay. So I got Ace out of the hole.
Okay.
And now I got you.
Okay.
So this is the episode about
good.
you.
I'm telling you guys listening, you're going to be disappointed. I am not an interesting person, man.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. There's nothing special about me. Ace, he's got that, Colombian heritage and all these great stories. RB3 is one of the greatest human beings I've ever known. Yeah, I'm just some fucking average white dude who has no,
you're just born.
Skill. I'm born.
You're born.
Yeah.
And then it's
like, it's another one of those.
Everyone has a story.
Okay.
I think you have a story. We'll find your story.
You're gonna find it?
We're going to find your story because this podcast, Who Wants to Be a Beardo, is about learning about the Collider and the Schmoes family.
Okay.
So I want to learn your story about how you came to Schmoes, how you came to Collider.
Okay.
And I didn't know when you because I was finding an audio clip from JTE's Triceratops Tops, and I didn't know that was your first show.
That was my first show. That was a good sign of things to come.
What year was that?
That was 2014, like the summer of 2014, I think. It was right after I graduated from college. And I joined a, podcast. I was like, all right, this is a great way to start. Here we go. All right.
I'm starting off strong.
Starting off strong here. Great career right off the bat. No, I was super great. I was a fan of the Schmoes movie show for years before that, I think.
Yeah.
And then right when I joined or subscribed to their channel is right when they started the podcast. So I was like a podcast listener from day one. So when I did the interview, they're like, "Oh, you actually know your shit." I'm like, "Yeah, look at this." And then
how did you get the job? Were you just friends with them on Facebook?
No, I followed their Facebook page and they said they're looking for an intern or whatever. And the first time I didn't seek it out because I lived in Corona and they're out in Hollywood and all that. I'm like, that's not going to make any sense. Why would they want to hire me?
Yeah.
And then they posted again a month later. I'm like, well, fuck, I might as well give this a shot.
Yeah.
And they said to message Copster. So I messaged Copster, and I think the only reason he agreed to interview me is because we could potentially carpool to the studio.
That's the only reason?
Because he lived like maybe like 20, 30 minutes from me at the time. And like, yeah, I think that's what it was. It like cut his drive in half because he got to go on the carpool lane. I think that's why he agreed.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it.
He doesn't care about me at all, Brian, is what I'm trying to say. This whole friendship is fake.
It's based on convenience.
It's based on convenience for him.
But have you brought that up to him? Or?
Oh, yeah. I think I brought it up to him before.
And he's admitted? He's like, oh, yeah.
I
want to know.
We've joked about it. Yeah. No, but it was cool. I interviewed with him at a Starbucks, which was the most hipster thing for a white person to do. It was great.
Why did you interview him, though? Wasn't he?
I'm sorry, other way around. I got interviewed.
I mean, like, why did he interview? Wasn't he an intern at the time?
Yeah, but they left him in charge.
Really?
Of, like, finding the next intern.
Oh.
It's kind of like the way they've done it. Like, JT found Copster, and then Copster found me, and then all this shit.
Oh, I thought you would have to go through, like, the producer at the time, or...
No, I mean, I interviewed with Copster, and he said it's basically to make sure I wasn't weird or crazy, like that. And then he invited me to, I think it was Chili's after the Schmoes show, I think the following week. And then I interviewed with Ken for a little bit outside, which scared me shitless because, like, I looked up to that guy. He's fucking hilarious.
Ken's pretty terrifying.
Yeah,
though, right?
You walk up there and he's sitting there in his suit and he's all it's terrifying. And then so I showed him I wasn't crazy, and then they let me inside and I hung out with all the guys, and then everyone realized I wasn't that weird, and they're like, "Just a normal guy."
They're just like, "Okay, yeah."
Look, okay, you're not a serial killer. Cody.
He can move furniture.
We can try this. Yeah, you look like you can lift 45 pounds, not 50, but maybe 45. Yeah.
So, what were your initial duties at the time? Were you at Popcorn Talk, or
yeah, we were Popcorn Talk at the time. I was basically just the water guy. That was my main job at first. Make sure everyone had water in between breaks and get that shit taken care of. That was the main one, helping out JT with anything he needs, because he, being an engineer is kind of stressful, guys. Surprise. During a live 2-hour show, it's a little stressful.
JT was the engineer at the time.
He was, yeah.
He was the guy behind the scenes cutting the cameras and, like, opening the mics and everything. So it was JT engineer, you and Copster as interns?
Yes, we were the interns.
But no Ace or...
That was before Ace showed up. Ace showed up, I think, like 6 or 7 months after I did.
So that was 2014?
Yeah.
Damn. So
we're getting old, Brian.
Yeah,
I have gray hairs. You see this right here?
Do you really?
This is all gray hair.
I don't think you do.
I swear to God. You don't see this?
I don't see anything.
Okay, I'll show you after.
All right. Oh, I see
you
it
see
now.
It's like a straight. Look at Mr. Fantastic right here.
Yeah, that is. That's like
horrible.
A straight strand.
I'm going to hide this back into my headphones now because I don't want to talk about it anymore.
That's why you wear the headphones. That's why we brought the headphones
That's why
back.
I became an engineer, because I don't want people to know this stuff. That's why I'm off camera. Yeah.
Did you want to be on camera, though?
Yeah. I mean, I was a fan of the show. It just looked like a really fun time.
Yeah.
Like during phase 3 and all that. Of course, I wanted to be a part of it. Never called in because I was scared. I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to be funny and all that shit. But no, they had me on camera for a little bit. We did Upham's Corner, and then there was the one episode, I don't know if you saw, where I lost a game with JT, so I had to rap.
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that one?
No.
I forget what it was. We did some sort of trivia thing, but I lost, and like the loser had to do a freestyle rap to close out the show.
Really?
That was like my greatest moment, I think, on Schmoes, and then everything was downhill after that. But
you peaked.
Yeah, I peaked right there with the rapping. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
What do you remember? What you rapped about?
It was, we just had to rap about the show that we did, and I think it was like when Avengers was coming out, so we did like an Avengers preview. So I was rapping about Marvel. There was one line about Finstock staring at Miri. I forget what it was. I'll have to go back and watch it. It was really bad.
So you get to the show. What were you at the time? Like 22, 20?
At that time, I think I was 21 going on 22.
Yeah. Out of college? Did you graduate college as a 21?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Or you have a late birthday?
Yeah.
Or did you graduate early?
No. I had, standard 4 years. Like when I graduated high school, I was 17, but turned 18 a couple months after, so I had the late birthday.
You're not one of those prodigies.
I'm not very smart, Brian. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, what did you want to do? What did you go to college for?
I went to school for film. That was a wise decision on my part. Just what a great career placement that was. No, I went there because I wanted to, do the whole writing and producing thing.
Cal State LA?
I went to Cal State Fullerton.
Oh, Fullerton, okay.
Which James Cameron went to.
Yeah.
Yep, take
that,
guys.
And Steve Martin.
Steve Martin, really?
No, sorry, he went to Long Beach.
Oh, well, don't.
Sorry.
Oh, come on, man.
He went to Long Beach State before it turned in.
We had Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner went there.
Oh, nice.
That's it.
Do they remind you, like, at orientation, they're like, oh, James Cameron came
here. Guys, they have like a framed picture, like, we're good, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, it was cool. And, I talk shit on film school all the time, like on Wangers and on horror flicks, especially horror flicks. I really got into on horror flicks.
You hated film school?
Yeah, I just it doesn't get you shit and all that. Yeah. And then, I've come around on it because I made a lot of good friends there and I learned a lot of shit. What I learned is it doesn't matter at all where you go. Yeah. There's no career placement whatsoever when you have a degree in film. It matters what you learn and who you learn it with. And if you have good people around you while you're learning this shit, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And you build relationships while you're in LA, you're going to be fine.
Yeah, but I think that's why like a film school like USC benefits you,
Exactly.
or like a UCLA.
Yeah, it's true.
Because of the people that go there, because of the resources they have, and like the connections and everything.
You can also have people who go there though who don't do shit about it and don't take advantage of that. So that's what I'm saying. Like if you go to Cal State Fullerton, you can still maybe what I'm saying.
Like you can still it's what you make of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on the person that's learning, not the one who's doing the teaching. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I've lost track of thought, really.
I think it's because you went to Cal State Fullerton.
It's because if I went to USC, I would have a full coherent thought. But that's not working out.
No, but you really didn't like film school, or was it the people or the teachers, or were you just like, why the fuck am I learning this?
Some of the teachers were like just so condescending.
Really? Because
a lot of them were, I don't know what it was.
They're very discouraging, aren't they?
Yeah, kind of. Which is good, weeds out the people who aren't going to do anything. You don't want them wasting their time doing that.
Yeah.
It's not like they were all the people from Whiplash or whatever like that. It wasn't anything like that.
What do you mean, like at my tempo and like
like
fucking
super hard yelling at their students? It wasn't like that, but it was just like I had one professor who, like, the first day asked us what all of our favorite movies were from the past year, and he just talked shit on all of them. And we're like, well, this is a great class to learn and all that shit. But
do you remember what your favorite movie was?
Mine was Django Unchained.
And he talked shit about that movie?
He talked shit about it.
Was he like, the third act was too long?
He had a huge bias against Tarantino, and he went off for like 20 minutes about Tarantino.
Because he says Tarantino steals his material or like rips off everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was like just a bitter guy who didn't make it.
Yeah. There's a lot of bitter, and it's not just in film school. I think a lot of people in life are bitter. So I guess it makes sense. So.
But a lot of the teachers in film school, I don't want to say a lot because some just go to teach and they want to teach screenwriting or whatever. But a lot of them try to make it on their own and don't.
Yeah, a lot of them were doing that at the time. You know what I mean? Like a lot of screenwriting professors that I had were still writing and trying to make it.
Yeah,
and, you can show they're being distracted or whatever.
And that's when one of my teachers said it's like kind of discouraging where he's like, you are going up against me in the same industry because I'm still working in this industry and you're just a fucking kid. So you better be good.
Yeah.
Is that
welcome to class, kids. Like, come on, no.
Please turn to page 6.
Let's learn some shit. No, like, I mean, I think it's true for any degree. Like, you enjoy some classes, you hate some other ones. Like, the actual screenwriting classes and the TV writing classes were the best ones ever because a lot of them were just workshopping where you're hanging out with people, just come up with ideas. And that's when you really like flex your creative muscles. And that's when you're like, oh, this is what college is for. Yeah. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Like those classes I actually miss a lot. I wish I still had those. I'm still keeping in touch with some of those people, but
like the certain group of people.
Yeah, we got like a core of like 5 or 6 people that I call my college buddies or whatever. And
you used to have college buddies?
I used to have college buddies. I used to have friends. It was good.
How's that?
And then I graduated.
You lost touch with all of your college buddies?
No. We have a Facebook group. We still keep in touch. I hang out with one of them. I'm in a couple of his short films too. It's a good time.
Yeah, I had some college buddies, if you would call them that too.
Let's stop using the words college buddies. This is weird.
Yeah. No, but like, I lose touch with them too. Because also, did you still live at home or did you commute?
There was 1 year where I was in the dorms, my very first year. And then they jacked up the prices, so I went back home.
They jacked up the price on the students?
Yeah, because they... the first year I was in there, and then the next year they did all these new buildings. And it's like, oh, look at these fancy new buildings. By the way, your fucking rent's going to go up $5,000. And we're like, what the hell?
They charge it to the students?
Yeah.
They're not like, oh, let's get James Cameron to pay for this.
No, James Cameron does not want anything to do with this school. Neither does Kevin Costner, apparently. No.
But did James Cameron graduate from it? Do you know?
I don't think he did. I think he left.
He left, became truck driver and all that. Yeah.
And they made some fucking Terminator movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good for him.
And I think it worked out for him.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay, actually. Yeah, good job, Jim.
But did you have like my beef with film school was like the kids, the people that were.
Ooh, I see where you're going.
What?
Like the. Not the entitled. What's the word I'm looking for? Like the pompous, like fucking know-it-alls who think they're the next Tarantino.
There's some that were like that.
Oh, I had those.
Yeah,
those were fun.
But there was some where it's just like they didn't know what else they want to do with their life, so they're just gonna, I'll try film. I'll try just a general media program, and then they didn't take any of it seriously.
Yeah, there was some of that. Yeah,
where you need it because film and anything like media related is a collaborative effort. So if they can't carry their weight, it's just like. Fuck that.
It's like, what are you doing here, dude?
Yeah.
You're just taking up time. Yeah.
You know, like if I'm interviewing somebody for like a short documentary that we have to do for class and the guy's trying to hold a boom, but he's on his phone texting. I'm like, the boom's getting the shot. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
not just trying? That's horrible.
Just like help out a little bit.
Ugh.
But you had like pompous assholes that were there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They would show that the requirement would be like a 3 to 4 minute short. And they'd come up with like an 18-minute epic where like these ridiculous shots of just the sunset. And I'm like, it's about two people talking on the street. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I forgot. Someone said like there's like 5 Ds of filmmaking for college students, like depression or other,
that's all of it right there. Yeah.
Or like something relationships.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Yeah, all that.
Okay.
But what if you were like one of those pompous assholes that were like, I have the next Chinatown script? Yeah, it was not you.
No. I was always humble. I'm just like, no, I understand that I'm, at the time I was 19. I don't know anything. I'm not going to try to, pretend to be, even now, I hate everything I do.
You have to be, you're your own worst critic.
Exactly. Yeah. You got to try to tell yourself to not do anything, really.
Yeah. Well, you need a balance of that. You need to be secure enough to be like, okay, my stuff is worthy of being read by other people, but also not being like, this is the next big thing.
You should probably never think that because you're just coming off as an asshole. You can be confident in your shit, but if you're like, oh no, this is incredible. Like, come on.
Like, you need to read this. I printed out 3 copies.
Yeah, guys, we're all good here. Just take a seat. Yeah.
Let me do a table read.
Write a paper on it afterwards. I'd love to hear it. Anything negative, just fuck off.
That wasn't you?
No. I was always terrified to have my shit read in school because I'm like, oh my God, they're going to hate it. And they'd all be super nice. Like, oh, this is really cool. And then I'm like, oh, fuck off. You're all lying to me. You're all being mean, whatever.
That's what I always think.
Yeah.
They're just being nice. Yeah, but I just want like the real constructive criticism.
Like I remember I got an A on a script, and that doesn't mean anything. But I got an A on a script, and I was like, "You're lying! Get out of here! Go away! You're not helping right now."
Yeah. You want him to like beat you down and be like, take away like this part of the movie."
Yeah.
Or
I was fortunate enough in the teachers that I didn't really like were in classes I didn't particularly care about anyway. But like the writing ones, I had some great professors. Where they were very supportive. Like the one that would give me a good grade, they'd still write down like, a full page of stuff that they were suggesting and all that shit. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Thank you. Thank you for being a real human being.
Yeah. That's like taking the time and trying and reading it.
Yeah.
Because I remember I had a long 30-page report and like all the notes were on like the first 3 pages and then they just like go away in the last like 20 pages.
You can tell they totally just zoned out while they're going on. Like, I got 80 more of these to get through. Fuck it.
But did you go to college always wanting to be a screenwriter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That's since high school. Yeah. I started writing in high school and then I really like flexed it out in college.
Did you tell your parents, you're like, I want to be a screenwriter?
Yeah. They're like, what? they still don't know what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what a podcast is. I've tried to explain this every damn year and they don't get it.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember you posted a tweet like the funnest thing about going back home for the holidays is like explaining what a podcast is.
It's the worst, dude.
They still don't understand. Like,
no, I'm like, well, it's kind of like a radio show, but it's not really on the radio. You just kind of listen to it whenever you have time. They're like, oh, so it's like a TV. No, it's not TV. It's fuck.
Do you have like older parents that like don't understand?
No, not even. Like they're not like they're 80. They're just they're in their 50s or whatever. It's Oh, it's frustrating sometimes.
Do you wish they understood like what you
kind
do?
of? Yeah. The worst is like when there's extended family members and they're like, "Oh, you at the Oscars yet?" Shut up.
Yeah, I get
Shut
that.
up. I hate that.
Like, how come you're not working with Joaquin Phoenix?
Oh,
yet?
I saw that new Spider-Man movie's out. You a part? No, I'm not a part of that. God.
I get that where they don't understand.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But
I love my family. Full disclosure here. I'm just giving them shit. But whatever.
But is it troubling? Not troubling to you, where you think that they don't think you're working hard enough because they're like, oh, it's just a radio show. You just talk for a living.
Oh yeah, I got some hints of that before. But once I did my best to explain exactly what it was I was doing, like getting down to the details, like, okay, this is actually kind of a career that you're going for. Yeah. Surprise, guys! I got a degree in something I actually want to use. I mean, come on.
Well, are you still screenwriting and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I wrote before you got here today.
You were writing?
You see that little stupid flashcard board right there on the bottom left outside?
No.
By the chair outside of the balcony?
Yeah.
That's my next script I'm working on. It's going to be a real piece of shit. That's all. Yeah.
But it's weird because you had NBA 2K17 playing.
Now, Brian, I didn't say right before you showed up. I said before. So earlier today at like 11 or 12 I was working on.
Yeah. You do the flashcard thing?
Yeah. The flashcard, that's the easiest one to do.
Is that the Sid Field method?
Was that Sid Field that said that? It was...
Because I just remember reading,
Sid Field did flashcards. I remember that, and I don't remember if Save the Cat. Don't live by Save the Cat, by the way.
It's not like the best
aspiring script. Like, it's good for beginners if you want to like just know how to structure a script, but some people can like only live by that, and then it really restricts what they do.
Well, like first you have to like learn the rules.
Yeah.
And then
you can learn how to break them. Mm-hmm. Don't be a pompous asshole who says, I'm gonna break them from the start.
Yeah. You just don't get it.
You're not Tarantino, guys. You're not Tarantino. Stop it. Yeah.
But what's the flashcard method? You have like act 1,
That's
2,
basically
3?
Yeah. I'll show you later, but it's like it's all broken up into 3 acts, and then each one is a scene, and you just describe what's going on. It just helps me keep track of it, so when I'm writing, I'm not like, oh fuck, what's next? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So, but do you feel
I don't
like
live by it, but
but also you have to think like, what's the turning point?
Oh, okay.
Don't you feel like a piece
What
of
is
shit?
the character's motivation here? What's the act break?
Yeah.
What's the inciting incident?
This inciting incident, plot point 2, plot point 3.
Make sure around page 70, it all goes to shit. That's what you have to know.
That he's at his lowest point at that time.
Yeah.
And then
they come back for the finale.
But here's what we're going to do. We're going to spin it. He doesn't come back. He doesn't change at all.
What's the twist? God, man.
Do you have any like favorite screenplays that you like to read?
That I like to read.
Or like that you have read?
Yeah, no, I read a bunch. Ex Machina is a really good one to read.
Is that like close to the movie?
Yeah, it's fairly close. The same guy who directed it. You'll find that when there's a writer and a director, it's obviously going to be way similar.
Mm-hmm.
The Social Network's a fun one. It's such a long script. The Social Network.
It's 200 pages.
It's like 200 pages, but it's all dialogue, so you just go through it really quickly.
That's the thing, because I remember hearing like in interviews or something with David Fincher and Aaron Sorkin, they actually like timed it.
Oh, wow.
They read it and timed it, and it would be like a 2-hour movie.
That's okay. Yeah, that'd be tough to explain to the studio. Like, okay, don't freak out. We timed it.
Yeah.
Okay, we did a read. It's a solid 2 hours. It's okay. No. I read the script for La La Land today.
Yeah. Oh, today?
I just downloaded it. It's kind of interesting. Like, there's no lyrics or anything for the music. I was always curious about that with musicals. They just said like music, like original music here, and I'm like, oh wow,
that's all they put.
That's all they put. Like for the opening number, that's what they put. Like,
I'm always curious. Like, how do you describe like, okay, now he's going up the car. He's gonna jump on the car, or like all describing all this action or some shit.
It's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah,
but is it actually like a good script? Like,
yeah. I only breezed like the first 10 pages this morning. But yeah, it's cool. That was a good writer. The Whiplash script is really good.
That's what I
imagine. Especially the finale. The
full
the way he describes the final scene is incredible.
I gotta read how that works out, because he's like, oh, he's drumming faster.
Yeah,
he's getting faster. And like, how do you word that?
Like their eyes meet, and it's like, oh, this is so cool. Yeah. It's awesome. Man.
Yeah.
Her is a really good script.
That seems like a really good script.
Yeah.
And that's challenging because he's talking to his cell phone.
Yeah. Once you it's tough to explain how that works out. But yeah, it's a good time.
Do you remember the first script you read?
First script I read, I don't know if I remember that.
Or like one of the main reasons why you wanted to be a screenwriter?
Collateral. You ever seen Collateral?
That's a great movie.
It's the movie that got me into movies.
Really?
Yeah. And then
that was 2004.
I studied 04,
Yeah.
I studied the hell out of that script when I was in high school and early college, and that was probably the main one I'd say that got me.
Really?
Yeah.
You just saw that and you're like, this spoke to me.
Yeah, I saw that when I was like 13, I want to say. And like I don't know what it was. It was probably that damn audio slave scene when he's staring at the coyote.
I don't remember.
Okay. It's a great movie.
I just remember like the performance was great, like the cinematography, everything was really great about that movie.
I don't know what it was. That movie really stuck with me for years. And then I just like, that's probably my favorite movie next to Jurassic Park. You know?
Why is Jurassic Park your favorite movie?
Because it's the best fucking movie in the world, Brian. Okay?
Is it?
Yes, it's got everything. It's got action. It's got adventure. It's got scary ass moments. It's got tense moments. It's got hilariousness. It's awesome.
Is it like the best movie though, or is it your favorite movie?
No, it's not like The Godfather.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But it's my favorite movie. If I'm on an island, with dinosaurs running around, I want to watch that movie.
So did you like Jurassic World, where it came to life?
Okay, guys. Okay, I love Jurassic World. I know people give it shit.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's got problems. It does, but I love the hell out of it, man.
Yeah.
It was a dream come true watching the park come to life, and
that's
everything.
That's why I enjoyed it, because like you see the park in action.
Yeah, it was so cool. Like I can watch a whole movie where nothing goes wrong, and we're just watching the park. Like that'd be cool. It's a good movie.
But at the end it does it's kind of like the same first movie where it's like, okay, this goes wrong, and then we have to survive it.
It's got a great battle between the T-Rex and the Indominus Rex, though.
It was pretty good at the end.
Actually, that's what I try to throw people at. I'm like, look at the little King Kong in this battle here. It's kind of cool, yeah.
I wish they brought in the water one more. I can't think of the name.
I never can either. The big fucking mouth water.
Yeah, I wish they used that a little bit more, but because that's like on the poster, you think that would be like a big thing.
It's just a couple money shots. That's probably one of the most expensive things they had to make with special effects and all that, though. You thinking about that dinosaur?
That giant dinosaur in the water?
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. I didn't think about that. Because, it's not real.
We're all being fed lies. Bro. Yeah.
So Collateral, huh?
Collateral, man. That's the one. Don't know what it was. It's not like I was a taxi driver who's wasting his life or whatever.
It just spoke to you.
It just spoke to me.
Before that, were you just into shitty movies?
Oh yeah, Kangaroo Jack.
You like Kangaroo Jack?
Oh, I love the shit out of it. If I could have that on Blu-ray, I don't even know if they made it on Blu-ray, but if it is, I'm gonna find it because it's such a terrible movie. But it's a movie from my childhood, man. It was good. Yeah.
because Copster, I spoke to Copster, and he said that, were you the one that included that on the JTE?
Oh, yeah, that was my joke. Yeah. That was totally my joke that I put in there.
Where, like, Ken goes off on a rant, like Kangaroo Jack.
Yeah, I had that whole, he pretty much did it word for word the way I wrote it. And I was like, oh.
It's about a movie with Jerry O'Connell and Anthony Anderson go up against Michael Shannon.
Kangaroo even starts rapping at one point. Yeah. It's the best thing that cinema has to offer.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Do you remember the first bad movie you watched?
Where I was like, wow, that's bad?
Yeah, where you're like, movies can be terrible.
It might be The One with it's called The One with Jet Li and Jason Statham.
Really? Yeah. That's when you're like, oh, this is
I was like, this is bad. Yeah. Because like even when I watched like Mortal Kombat and I was like, this is awesome when I was a kid. I don't know, something about that one. Just really.
Yeah, I remember loving the second Mortal Kombat's awful.
Oh, yeah.
Annihilation, where it's like, but I remember loving it as a kid. I remember loving Batman and Robin as a kid.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that at the drive-in theater. I remember that. Yeah, I was like, this is so cool. Mr. Freeze making ice puns. Yeah. Looking back, like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Cody? Yeah.
So, yeah, there was a time where I was like, oh, movies can be bad. And then you separate and you're like, okay, this is what makes a great movie great. And then this is what makes the movie shit.
There we go.
Yeah.
We had a life moment there.
We did.
Good. We realized. That's good.
So,
I'm just trying to distract the fact that my cats are fucking running laps behind you right now. They're wrestling everywhere. And just pacing back and forth.
Why do you have cats? Why?
Cats. Why?
Yeah.
Well, I don't mind them. My girlfriend likes them. Or my fiance. God damn it. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah. Sorry, edit that part.
Edit that one out. Dub this. Ready? Fiance. Just dub that part back in there. No.
Let me get a clean take.
No. Fiance. Okay. No, we want dogs, obviously, but the complex doesn't allow dogs.
Oh, okay.
So we can't do it. And they have a 2-pet. Or actually, this one does, but they have a 2-pet minimum. We already have 2 cats. We're fucked. So we got to wait till we get a house.
But, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't mind the cats?
No, I don't mind them. Yeah.
But they're not like a real pet.
Yes, they are.
No, dogs are real pets.
What do you mean? Okay, my cat will play fetch right now. I guarantee. Really? Yes, the brown one. You grab a hair tie. For some reason, she fucking loves hair ties and will play fetch back and forth.
Okay, then that makes sense.
She loses her shit.
Because the cats I've seen where they go as they come and go.
Most of them are assholes. Most of them are complete assholes.
They don't want.
Mine are. Mine are not.
You have to train
good
them.
People. No, I don't know what it was. She just started playing fetch one day. Yeah, it's cool.
That's weird.
And they cuddle with us every now and then. It's adorable.
They sleep in the same bed.
Yeah.
They sleep in your bed.
Yes.
Isn't that dirty?
Yeah, kind of. Got to wash the sheets pretty frequently.
Well, do they go outside?
No.
Oh, okay, then that's fine. Then. If they don't like go
every
outside.
now and then I'll let them out on the patio over there, but it's nothing. Yeah.
They don't like rummage through the dirt.
No.
Clean all that shit.
No. They're pretty sheltered.
Yeah.
That's our cat discussion.
All right. And that ends our segment.
Remember when I said you guys were going to be disappointed? That's what we're talking about today. It's fucking cats.
So when you went, I want to go back to your college years.
Okay, let's do this.
With your college buddies.
My wonderful college years.
When you told your parents you wanted to be a screenwriter, what did they say?
They were like, "Oh, okay."
They didn't tell.
They didn't say no or anything. They were like, "What? Why?"
They didn't push you to do anything else.
No, not really. I don't know. My mom always wanted me to do some like actual financially successful job.
Something with like
why don't you be a lawyer? I don't want to fucking be a lawyer.
Something you can get a career in, or something with like benefits and stuff.
Crazy that woman.
Well, what do your parents do?
My mom is in like the mortgage industry or the home loans, all that shit.
Not like real estate.
Not real estate, no. But I don't know.
Does she like pre-approve people?
I think that's what it is.
That's what
I never asked because I'm not really entertained by it.
And you just lose interest.
Yeah. Then my dad works in glass. He does like contracting for glass companies who are setting up. Yeah.
Did your dad want you to like join his business?
No. They were never like overbearing. Like, oh, we gotta bring him in and do this.
Really?
They're pretty supportive. Like. Me and my brothers were always like artsy-fartsy stuff, making really shitty cartoons, and they were like, "Oh, sure, go for it. Yeah, do that." So,
what did your brother made cartoons with you?
Yeah, all three of us made really shitty cartoons.
Is he older or younger?
I have an older one and a younger one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Are they in the same like industry?
No, my older one, he like does art on the side, like he does that he's trying to sell and shit.
But he has like a 9 to 5.
Yeah, exactly, and same thing with the other guy. Yeah.
So they have legit jobs, Cody.
Yeah.
And you don't.
Yeah. Well, okay, hold on now. One of them works at fucking Hurley, okay? It's not exactly like a career. He just works at,
like at a
retail
shop?
store.
Oh,
yeah.
But
the other one did. The older one's a legit job. Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
I'm a failure, Brian. Is what we're trying to say here.
That's what I want you to admit.
Yeah, okay.
No, but you start at Schmoes.
Yep.
Then what? You get to Collider?
Well, even before Collider, I was doing, became the engineer for Schmoes.
Oh, okay.
When was that? That was like, like October or September of 2015, I want to say.
Did like JTE leave the show?
Yeah, we were bracing for him to leave actually for a while because he got the job at Screen Junkies and he kept just being like barely on time for Schmoes. And it was always like, no one ever knew because the show was always on time for the most part. But like, it was always like, heck, like shit, we have 10 minutes to air. JT's not here yet.
Really? He just show up just in time.
Yeah. And we always got, and he's super quick. So he was able to set everything up super fast. And, we did our best to help out. But it just became too much a headache, so they're trying to get me to learn so he can not stress out about that too much,
So no one else knew like how to run the board?
None of our guys.
Really?
No. There's people at like AfterBuzz, but we wanted to keep ourselves isolated.
Okay. So there were some shows that like JT would miss and someone else would fill in, or
there was one or two that one of the AfterBuzz people filled in for.
Okay.
But other than that, no. And then,
so whose idea was it for you to fill in?
It was a kind of a collective effort. I think it was Ken, Christian, and JT. I think.
Yeah, like okay,
because I was usually one like shadowing him during the show anyway, in case he ever had to get up and grab something like fix a camera. I was always the one cutting back and forth.
Oh, okay.
So it just made sense.
But you have never done any of that before.
Oh no, not at all. I did not learn that in film school.
No.
And then so. We moved studios to the other AfterBuzz location, and then Christian calls me like the day before and says like, "Hey, you want to be our engineer?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, right away." And he's like, "Yeah, we need you right away." And I was like, "Ah, fuck," because like JT couldn't make it to that one, so we wouldn't have a show basically. Yeah. So don't mean to brag, guys, but I saved the Schmoes No show.
But nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Wait, now they do.
That was still at AfterBuzz though.
Yeah, that was at AfterBuzz. We moved to AfterBuzz had a new studio.
So you started engineering at AfterBuzz.
Yeah. So I started engineering at the brand new AfterBuzz studio, which was further for JT, so there's no way he can make it on time, which is why we needed me to start right away. So that was a terrifying experience.
Just like running the show.
Yeah.
The show's on your shoulders.
Yeah. I got there like 3 hours early that day. I'm just telling all the guys, I'm like, just show me everything you can, please.
Yeah. And you had to learn it all right
pretty much
then?
On the spot. Yeah. And I got the show off on time.
Yeah.
We finished on time. Couple awkward stuff in between.
What were the awkward stuff? Like a cut to like a random
I would cut to a wrong camera, or like the commercial break would start, but I'd have it on like the still Schmoes No logo, but not the break. So there'd be just the logo up for like 40 seconds.
But the audio going or what?
No, I'd mute all the mics.
Oh yeah.
That was back in the day where we'd play like, how we do musical scores during the breaks?
Yeah.
We'd have that on separate channels. So I'd play the music or whatever. Then I'd put up the picture or the video in that case.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the actual break starts, we'd fade out the sound or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So we put it up the music, and I put up the picture. I'm like, why isn't the break starting? And it's like 45 seconds, and the music's still going. I'm like, we're totally going to get copyright flagged for this. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like, oh, I realized what I did wrong. And then that happened.
Oh, you fixed it right there?
Yeah.
Was no one like helping you like, hey, like flip it over or something?
I think like initially there's one person who's like, oh, I don't think you're playing the video. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. And I play that. Yeah, that was a terrifying day.
Yeah.
I remember like Ken came in and took a picture of me as I'm like shaking as I'm like fucking doing the thing. Yeah.
Is it like scary. The same like setup as we have now, or is it different?
Now it is. It was a TriCaster system.
Oh, it was
yeah, it was a different setup. Like we didn't have the board. We did like the keyboard and all that shit.
Oh, use like just a regular.
It was like keyboard. Yeah, so all the cameras were the F button. So F1 through F8 were all the cameras.
Oh,
and that's basically what it was. Yeah.
But it's like
you can do that on the current one that we have too.
You can run it through keyboard, but you
can. JT still does. Yeah,
like on Screen Junkies.
He likes to sometimes. He likes to use both.
Oh, okay.
So that's how we were trained at AfterBuzz to do it. Yeah.
Just run through the keyboard, but now you have like the legit board.
Yeah, and that thing's awesome.
That thing, it's so easy.
It's like Christmas Day every day when you're on that thing. Oh, it's beautiful.
But you can see like a preview of the shot. Because I remember when I first started with Schmoes, like you didn't have like a preview screen.
Yeah, that was a different software. That was before we got the TriCaster at Collateral. We had a different one that was cool, but we just didn't have like all the perks that the TriCaster had.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What was that? Do you remember that? Like the name of that program or something?
Called the Wirecast.
Oh, okay.
Which is good. It's fairly cheap and it gets the job done. It's just there's cooler stuff out there.
Yeah,
you can take advantage of it sometimes. Yeah.
And so now you have the new TriCaster, and
it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome. It's so cool. It's so cool.
What do you have like gripes with it or anything?
Just lately it's been glitching a little bit during a show, but other than that.
Oh, do you have any like thing like if? What are the big complaints you get during a show? People are saying like
audio's out of sync, which is not my fault. If the audio's out of sync, guys, it's the YouTube live stream. I'm sorry, it'll fix when it processes.
Here's your chance to like clear up everything.
Yeah.
Like when people say, "Oh, the audio's out."
Yeah.
Or
well, not my fault, dude. I got so defensive of that initially. Like right when I started, I was like, "Guys, I'm doing my best here. It's my first day doing this. Just give me a break."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if someone says, or like the cuts are too weird or some shit.
Oh yeah. I'm like, I'm just following the people talking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll try not to do that. I'll try not to cut to the people talking. I'm sorry.
I'll try to just get like a wide shot.
Yeah, I'll just leave it on a wide for a little bit. Sometimes I do that. I'm like, whenever like people are yelling at each other, I just put it on the wide, and I'm just like, I need a break.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to follow this.
Do you get frustrated during the show?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Why?
Just because, like, sometimes shit won't work. Like, especially on the old system where graphics would come up and they wouldn't work, and you're like, fuck, now the show's still going, and we got to figure this out. So I got to cut to a different thing, and I'm like, fuck it. I get up and walk away.
Really? You just leave
I don't leave. I just get up for a second. I'll just put it on a wide and get up. But it's frustrating sometimes.
Wait, cutting to graphics like on the TriCaster won't work?
The older software.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes when you pulled up, it'd be like a dead graphic. I don't know if you remember. This is before you showed up, but the very first one at Collateral, we had that stupid red question mark thing.
That would show up on the show?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I don't remember seeing that.
Yes. Go back and watch our first Collateral show. That happened. And we're like, what the fuck is this? Like, nobody knew what that was.
It doesn't tell you, like, hey, this is not compatible. This graphic isn't compatible or anything. No?
Not at that time. It wasn't until it just randomly happened that it told us. Sometimes it gives you the heads up, but we're like, what the hell?
Was that what happened with, like, the pictures that Christian Harloff got upset with the food pictures?
We're going to talk about this.
Are we not allowed to talk about
No, we can talk about it. No, that was, I think I've actually talked about it somewhere before. Basically, the pictures that were sent to me weren't in the proper format. They weren't a JPEG. I don't even remember what they were, so they weren't showing up on our system.
Oh, okay. That was at the Wirecast system.
Yes. And I told them that. I forget who I told, but I guess it wasn't relayed to Christian.
Oh, okay.
And so he didn't know, and he was pissed.
So
I was like, I don't have them. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So during the live show, he's like, where are the pictures?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he's just yelling at you. Yeah.
And then cops got pissed off. And then, it's a good time. I'm over here just like, I could defend myself if I had a microphone.
Do you want a microphone on the show?
In those situations, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But not like during like a regular show? Like if Mark's like, hey, Cody, what do you think about this topic?
Yeah, I can do that. It's just sometimes like I'll be caught off guard, like because I'll be busy like working on the shit, and then he'll call me. I'll be like, oh yeah, this is cool. And they're like, good job, Cody. I'm like, all right, that's what I'm deathly terrified of. That's what I don't like doing. Yeah.
Like when I was like running audio recently, and Mark Ellis asked me about my Don't Be A Beardo show, I was like, where I interview Mark Ellis.
Yeah.
I'm like, oops, I don't.
It's a terrifying situation to be put in, man. You're like, hey, you're on camera now in front of thousands of people.
Yeah,
like,
where you're not prepared because you are doing like a different job.
No, it's scary, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you have good moments on the show.
What do you mean? Like,
or like what was Upham's Corner?
Upham's Corner, basically, we needed to fill up like 10 minutes of airtime. Chris was like, come up with some questions for us. And I was like, all right. So I did that, and it was kind of like debate style questions that I just brought up, and then I created my own theme song and shit, and it was pretty fun.
Like what? Like you would bring up a topic and then...
Yeah, it's like, who do you think... I remember like one of my first ones, like, who's going to make more money, Avengers 2 or Star Wars, I think is what it was. Yeah.
So you just like relay that to the table, and they would just take it from there.
And they'll talk about it for 5 minutes. Sometimes it'll be like, that question sucks, and then I'll give them a new one. But that was on rare occasions.
Yeah. Oh, I thought Upham's Corner was like just your corner where like you would just like discuss something.
Oh no.
No, you never.
I can't talk at length by myself, Brian.
You don't.
I'm surprised we're able to talk right now for as long as we have.
I'm surprised too. It's been 5 minutes.
It's a win for both of us.
It's been literally like 5 to 7 minutes of this show. Why do you have trouble talking?
I don't know. I don't know.
You get nervous?
I don't know.
You have low self-esteem?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Who doesn't?
Not me. I'm pretty great.
Good for you, Brian. Why don't you get on out of here?
No, I have low self-esteem, but I notice with you, like
I have social anxiety. Is what it is.
Is that what it is?
Like whenever I'm in the conversation with someone, I start thinking of what the next thing is to say, and if I can't think of it, I freak the fuck out, and then it's all of a sudden silence.
Yeah,
that happens 95% of the time.
That's what I notice. That not about you, but like about me, where like a bunch of things are running through my head. I'm like, okay, I can pick this one to say or this one to say, and then I just freeze.
Yeah.
But that's what happens to you?
Absolutely.
But if you have a one-on-one, are you able to talk in that situation?
Depends on the one-on-one. If it's a complete stranger, no.
Really?
But if it's like you or cops or someone I know, I can just shoot the shit and hang out. But
I noticed you don't make a lot of eye contact with people.
I don't?
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This got real. Okay.
No,
I didn't even notice.
No. Like, I just noticed. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about, Brian. I'm totally looking at the floor right now. No, hey.
Oh, I'm over here.
No, heck.
No, I just noticed like when I first met you at Copster's place, like you'd be like, hey, what's up? But you wouldn't look at me.
Oh, I just hated you. No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
No, I wonder if like, I don't know. I guess you weren't aware of it, but like, I wonder if like people would think like you come off like standoffish or like you're not into them.
We're breaking ground here.
I didn't know. Like,
I'm gonna go out there and look at everybody at all the times, and if I have better social experiences, Brian, I'm gonna thank you.
Just like stare into their eyes.
Like, hey,
don't blink.
How's it going?
No, but I think that
I see what you're saying. No, that totally makes sense.
And you just like you shake your hand.
I also have an angry face.
Yeah,
I look pissed off all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's the eyebrows. I'm just like Do I look angry right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
You just like look neutral.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been told I look like, I remember in school I was like, why are you so mad all the time? I'm like, I'm not. I'm actually in a great mood, guys.
Oh, yeah.
And then.
Are there times where you're upset?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the time.
It shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they know like,
it's like, don't
Cody's
fucking
upset.
talk to Cody right now. Yeah.
But I think everyone goes through like in their 20s and they're coming out of their shell and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I wasn't, I'm trying to think if I was very.
Were you a shy kid?
I guess I was pretty shy. I was thinking about it. Yeah. I mean, like my core group of friends, I was out there. You know, I was pretty outgoing. But I guess in like, school started, I was the shy kid. Yeah. Mostly because I was like really skinny and short, so I just felt like less than everybody.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You think that just like innately just makes
it
you...
just put me into a corner, so to speak, in Upham's corner.
Upham's corner.
It's all making sense now, Brian. Oh my God.
But I wonder why that is, where like if you're not tall enough or you're not like the right build or something, you just like shut yourself out.
Yeah.
That's what you did?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, because like I was teased a lot for being like the little kid. So it just kind of fucked with my psyche, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, third grade bullies. God.
Yeah, where are they now?
Yeah. I'm on a podcast, guys. Yeah. Woo.
How much older is your older brother?
He's 3 years older.
Did you hang out with him?
Like, what do you mean? Like with
his friends, or did you go out
occasionally?
with him?
Occasionally, yeah. There was always the classic older brother thing, like, oh, don't hang out with me. And all
I noticed that. So
I did that with my younger brother too. You know, it happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I noticed that with like younger brothers, they would have like lower self-esteem because they want to hang out with the older brother, but they can't. So then you feel like, oh, why can't I hang out with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're telling my life right now, Brian. You get a smile on your face. You're like, oh, I'm so proud of myself.
I figured it out, man.
I'm so good at this.
People took time.
It took you a little bit. It took about 10 minutes to solve this puzzle, but you solved it, right?
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah.
So get better is what I'm saying.
Cody, quit being such a bitch. Yeah.
Do you know you're drinking a Pacifico right now?
I'm drinking a Pacifico right now.
Do you notice when you drink alcohol, you're more outgoing?
Am I?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I thought you were like, do you notice that?
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it just makes sense, really. You're more loose and you don't think about.
It's a lubricant, social lubricant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But do you notice like in big crowds, or do you get anxiety in big crowds?
I hate big crowds.
So
I hate traffic. Like I get anxiety when I'm just in, like going to sporting events where there's crazy parking situations. Going anywhere in LA where you got to park on the street, I lose my damn mind.
Me too.
Yeah, I hate it.
In traffic, I'm just like, I want to move.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But in crowds though, what happens with you? Do you just like shut down?
I'd say so. I kind of just like, hang out in the back or something like that.
You just go on
find a friend that I'm with. I'm like, oh, so this fucking crowd, right? Yeah.
Look at
then
these
he goes
guys.
and hangs out with the friends. I'm like, oh, fuck. By myself.
What do I do now?
Oh, man.
But you
pretend to be on your phone. Pretend to be on your phone. Yeah.
But you have like your group of friends though. Like when we had like some event at Collateral, like the Schmodown or something.
Oh, yeah. The spectacular.
Yeah. You had like 3 or 4 friends over there.
Yeah, I brought a group. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are my buds. Those are not my college buddies. Those are my movie theater buddies that I worked at a theater for 5 years.
Oh, okay.
And those are like some, very much my 5 best friends, I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Mm-hmm. I thought I was one of those.
You're not one of the people. Spoiler alert. Sorry, Brian.
Sorry.
How long have I known you? Like not even 6 months? What is this?
It's been more than 6 months.
No, it hasn't. When did you help out with Amateur Hour Films?
I don't know, but I helped out with Comic-Con of last.
Oh, that's right. That was summer.
Last summer, yeah.
Okay.
So it's almost a year.
Okay,
Cody.
yeah. I'm sorry.
I felt like it's been longer.
I just can't get you out of my life, man.
I felt like this is taking forever.
Shit, man. Comic-Con was fun.
Yeah.
That was a good year.
I remember
that was a good year.
Because you were working with Collider at the time, and I was just helping out with Schmoes. Mm-hmm. And we met up with you at the Collider, like a little room, and you were just like hungover as shit.
Yeah. Look, Comic-Con's fun. I mean, you work hard during the day, and then you go out and you get hammered at night. That's what the people do. It's what the kids do. Not the little kids, but
no, hopefully not.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they don't want to destroy those lives. So that's what I did, and I was hungover the next morning. It fucking sucked.
Would you do that night? Do you remember?
I don't even remember. That was one of the parties, I think.
Because I remember Collider had like their house party.
It wasn't that one. That was like the last night we were there, I think.
Oh, okay.
The one before, it must have been one of the rooftop parties that we did.
Oh, no big deal.
Do you know that we're at a rooftop party?
I didn't know. I wasn't invited to the rooftop
party. It's all right.
Party.
I just figured I'd tell you. Make you feel like shit.
Good for you.
That was one I had to like maneuver myself into, though. I was not invited to any of
really?
these. Yeah.
But you wanted to go?
Well, yeah, because everyone was going.
Oh.
So they're like, oh, we're going to try to get you in, and then it worked out.
But I would think, like, if you have social anxiety, you wouldn't want to be in that situation.
We're going back to the alcohol here, I guess.
That's where you start drinking? Yeah.
That's what it was. When you hear the words open bar, all social anxiety goes out the window.
Yeah, you're just like, do you get, like, happy drunk, or are you, like, upset?
No. I thank God I'm not, like, an angry drunk. Because those guys are the worst. Those people are just terrible. But no.
You don't want to say any names. But.
No, I mean, Brian Perez is an angry drunk.
No, I notice I get a lot happier because I'm really like a high-strung person. And I do get anxiety. And like,
I'm more relaxed, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You give RB3 hugs all the time when I'm drinking.
You're like, RB3.
Were you there that night when I gave him like all these hugs?
No.
He was getting annoyed with me. He's like, he's giving me hugs, man.
Like every time you see him was like the first time.
Yes, that's basically what it was. Like, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
And then, Then I felt bad after that. I'm like, okay, I need to stop drinking tonight. That's basically that night.
I need to stop drinking.
Once you upset RB3, that's the line right there.
Yeah.
That's when you realize you've hit rock bottom. Like, okay, no more alcohol.
He doesn't get upset.
I've seen him get mad before.
Yeah,
I've seen him get mad online at people. Like he'll comment something.
Oh yeah, I've seen like that's online.
I'm trying to think.
Like
maybe he hasn't. Maybe I haven't seen him get mad in person. I don't know. He's a wonderful human being. Then
yeah, he's too nice. What's wrong with him?
He's got to be killing people on the side. What is going on with Robert Butler?
Dead animals or something. Man.
He's got some bodies in his closet. Oh,
but I noticed like I don't notice, but like even at like Barney's Beanery, I wouldn't want to go to that because I feel awkward in situations like that. After the show, if you guys go to there,
are
you awkward in those
situations?
That.
I was at first, and then we have like our little table area that we go to.
Okay,
it's not our official table, obviously, but it's usually open when we go there. So we go there, and it's more isolated, so it's not like a crazy like crowd all just overbearing on you.
But is it loud in there?
Most of the time it's outside. Most of the time it's an outside table. Mm-hmm.
See, I just hate like loud situations where like the music's too loud.
Totally
I can't hear you. I'm soft.
I don't go to clubs or anything. No, that's my nightmare.
Yeah,
like that. That's not fun.
You can't even drink to have fun.
No, not there. That's like it's too much.
Yeah,
when you can't hear anything at all and you can't move more than a foot in front of you, what is the joy in this?
I don't get the joy of waiting outside.
Oh, that's the worst.
Waiting to get in.
You're not getting on Space Mountain or something. You're going in to hang out with an overcrowded room where it's going to be 1,000 degrees.
To hang out with the people you're already hanging out with. Yeah. With more people.
And spending more money on overpriced drinks.
Spending $20 a drink. Like, why do I need to do this?
Ugh. Overpriced drinks are the worst.
Yeah.
I'm talking about alcohol a lot. I'm starting to think I have a problem here.
Is this the intervention of Cody?
I feel like this is planned. I feel like everyone's going to walk in right now. Cody, we're going to talk to you.
You have affected us in these ways.
Robert comes in. Remember at Comic-Con when he kept giving me hugs, man?
It was funny at the time, but now I think it's
kind of messed up.
How'd you meet your girlfriend?
I met my girlfriend at work. Oh, shit. Fiance.
Do you have
that ready? Right? Fiance. Okay.
Let me take it back. How did you meet your current fiance?
Yes, thank you. My current fiance, I met at the movie theater.
Yeah.
Back in the day, yeah.
She worked at the movie theater?
Yeah, we both did.
Oh, okay.
There's this newer girl coming in. I worked with her the first time. I was like, oh, she's an attractive woman.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I like this one. And then we hit it off.
It's not awkward. You're like, oh, this guy's hitting on me. Like, he's going after the new girl.
No, because I didn't try at all.
No.
Luckily, she had a crush on me, so I didn't have to do any work.
Oh, she liked you.
She did most of the work.
She went after you.
Praise Jesus.
That's awesome, right?
Yes, that's the dream right there.
Yeah.
When you don't have to really try, that's incredible.
How did you know she had a crush on you?
How did I know?
Or she just like, hey.
I think once we started dating, she told me. But like she made it clear she like wanted to hang out with me, you know, and that shit. I was like, okay, cool. This never happens. I was like, wow.
So she wanted to hang out with you. She didn't like start talking to you first and like.
I mean, like we had shifts together and we'd be hanging out, making jokes and flirting and shit. Yeah.
See, it's also like confusing. Like, does she like me or she just like want to talk to me? Like, yeah. That's a fine line. A lot of people walk. Yeah. Like, is she flirting with me or is she just like trying to be friendly because she's my coworker and we have to be friendly?
Mm-hmm. I hung out with a girl in college once. This is before I met my fiance.
Yeah.
And those said fiance that time. I got it right. Yes. I hung out with a girl who I was like sold on that she wanted to go out.
Yeah.
We literally went out to dinner together. She still didn't want to go out. Like I asked her to hang out like the next day, and she said like no, she's hanging out with her boyfriend. I'm like, why didn't you tell me you had a boyfriend before we went to dinner together?
Wait, you asked her out to go out on a date or not? You thought it was a date, but she didn't.
Basically, for the dinner one, we were working on a project together. Like, you want to go to food, and we went out and got food together and drinks and shit. And then the next day, I was like, oh, you want to hang out and go see a movie or something? And then she has a boyfriend, apparently. I was like, what? Okay, that's kind of weird. If you walked into the restaurant and saw us together, you should have told us.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Or it's like confusing. Like, what? Like, why didn't you tell me?
Women are weird, dude.
Yeah.
I got a good one.
You got the great fiance.
I got a fiance. Yes.
So she went after you. You guys went out, talk movies. Is she into the same things you are into? Like movies and stuff?
She likes movies, but she's not like into it. Like I've had to like show her good shit, and I call it Cody Hall Film School. Basically, all the Blu-rays over there, Brian. I show her one. I'm like, oh, you need to see this one.
That's a huge stack of Blu-rays.
Yeah, it's good. It's like it's like 200. I want to say 150 to 200.
Insane.
I like it.
But
a lot of wasted money.
Yeah. It just sits there.
It's all digital now, and I just wasted it all on Blu-rays. Yeah, that's what I've done with my life.
Isn't that kind of pompous? Where you're like, oh, this is the good movie.
No, I don't ever say it like that. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't seen this one. And I like describe it to her, and she's like, oh, that sounds cool. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Okay, yeah. I did that with my girlfriend too. She's seen a couple movies. Like she's seen a couple old movies like Breakfast at Tiffany's and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, you got to see One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Like you have to see Apocalypse Now.
The worst is when she falls asleep. I'm
really?
like, I'm so excited to show her one. I showed her Back to the Future.
She fell asleep
during Back to the Future.
No.
And that point, I was like, I'm questioning everything.
She's never seen that before, though?
She never did at that point. Yeah.
I think you got to let her go, though.
I know. At that point, I'm like, I don't think I made the right decision here. No.
after she falls asleep during Back to the Future.
It was late at night. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I thought she could handle it.
But that's not a slow movie. That's a fast.
It's a fun movie. Yeah.
That's something. Well, I guess you got to see on the big screen.
That was a Dark Knight. That was a Dark Knight for us. Yeah.
Dark Knight, good movie.
Speaking of Dark Knight, great movie. She has seen that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But what's your cat?
My cat is now trying to get into the cabinet here.
He can open the cabinet?
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. It's kind of like Velociraptors in Jurassic Park opening doors. Look at him get in there.
They actually open up the door.
Now he is standing inside the cabinet, half his body in there. Now the other cat is now investigating.
Do you have food in there or something?
The cat food isn't in there. It's right under the sink. Yeah,
that's why.
I'm gonna go get him. now. Give me a second.
I'll take a break right now.
Okay, here we go.
I gotta pee.
Okay.
So we're back here now. We took a break after you had to get your cats out.
I had to get that fucker out of the cabinet. Yeah. Now she's just sitting up there, just like, look at me.
I'm just gonna watch you do you while I'm
gonna distract you while you're recording things. Assholes. All right, cats are the best.
They're not the best.
They're all right, man.
Yeah. So back to
what were we talking about?
I think we were back to your fiance.
Okay.
I want to know, how can she work at a movie theater but not like movies?
Oh, that's most of the employees, dude. Most of them are just kids out of high school or college who just need a job.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I would think like you get to work at a movie theater, like that's what you want to see the movies.
That's what I was like. I had my that's what I was going to school for. Obviously, it was a perfect fit, but not all of them do that. There are a few. Like I'm sure people listening right now, some of them work at the theater and they're obviously huge movie fans. But I'd say at least half of the staff isn't really into movies.
It's just another job. It's just like
hey, you guys want to go see Transformers? And I'm like, no,
really?
No, I don't want to see that. But then all the other staff are going to see it, and it's like,
what? I would think. I guess like my imagination is like Tarantino worked at a movie, like a rental place. Like he sees every movie. Like
that's not everybody.
Anyone who works at a movie theater wants to see every movie.
No. If you work at a restaurant, do you have to be a chef? Do you have to be a food connoisseur?
Well, you have to like the food that you're serving.
Touche. Understood.
No, okay. I guess, but not everyone's like you. You're special, Cody.
Oh wow, I am special.
This is where we.
This is where we hit the thesis here.
This is the point of the podcast. No, we hit a plot point 1.
Yeah, you're an alcoholic, Cody. Plot point 2, you're special. I don't drink that much, guys. That was just a joke. That was a joke. I was at Comic-Con. It was whatever.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
How long you been with your fiance?
We just did 4 years.
4 years?
Mm-hmm.
And how long into the relationship did you move in together?
About two or three. Almost 3 years. No, 2.5. 2.5 it was. I remember,
okay.
2.5.
So it's just the place in Corona and now here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I thought like you lived with her since like out of college or something.
No.
Did you move back home after college?
Yeah, my first year in college. I was in the dorm, and then like I said, the prices went up. Then I just stayed at my my parents' house for the next few years until
you commuted.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you want to move out?
Because I don't know. I just hated living with my parents.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, I love my parents, but like I hated the shit where like, hey, you got to be quiet. This person's sleeping or something like that. Like, what the hell? I got a podcast to record or something like that.
So you want like independence?
Exactly. And when you like finally get that for the first time, it's the greatest feeling ever. I'm seeing Cops right now. He just moved into his place, and he's like the happiest I've ever seen him in his life.
Yeah.
Like he's so happy. He's so happy right now. It's incredible. Oh.
Yeah. But it was like what were you like 21 and you moved out on your own?
No. When I moved out, I was 22, 23, I want to say.
And you were able to support yourself?
Yeah.
Like with the...
Because I worked at the theater as just a cast member for a few years, and then my last couple years there, I was a manager.
Oh.
And then when you're rooming with my girlfriend at the time, so I'm not going to say fiance.
Yeah. It was your girlfriend at the time.
It was my girlfriend.
Yeah.
We were able to split it, and the rent was fairly cheap on it, so we were able to do okay. And then, then I got the current job, and I was like, okay, cool.
Okay, now you're set and everything. Yeah. Did it hit you hard where you have to like start paying for your own bills?
Yeah, it sucked. First couple months, we're like, shit. I gotta buy toilet paper.
I have to wash my own clothes.
Dude, I went to Costco, and I was like, this is all awesome, but it's expensive as shit. Oh man.
Like Yeah, like I can't buy anything I want to now.
I know. I can't go buy video games. Damn it, I gotta buy groceries.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a shitty feeling. But once you're able to do that, once you're able to like be smart with your money and save it, and then you can buy that shit, it's the coolest feeling ever. Like it's an accomplishment. You're like, yes, I'm playing video games. Fuck you.
So you are able to like budget yourself and like, okay.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Occasionally. Sometimes I buy a little too much and I'm like, shit, I gotta save here.
That's because I still live at home with my parents too. Like
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But I'm looking for a place though, and I need to know like, okay, how much can I afford, plus like utilities and like groceries and everything. Like it's not just the rent; it's like everything that includes.
Apartments are generally good nowadays about like saying how much you need to make to be qualified. Like, say your rent's $1,000, you can't just make $1,000 a month.
No.
You got to like go well above and beyond that for them to consider you. So
it's telling you make like spend like a third of your income, like monthly income or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's like you can have a nice place, but it's like a shitty area, or a shitty place in a nice area.
Yeah,
that's how it is in LA.
LA sucks when it comes to apartments, dude. I'm like, we're not in LA. I'm LA County, you know,
LA adjacent.
Yeah, I'm grateful I'm here and not like living in downtown Hollywood. That's I can't imagine that, man.
You wouldn't want to live out there?
No, just because the rent's so high, and then like the parking situation I was telling you about, I'd be stressed out every day driving there.
Yeah,
like taking 20 minutes to drive 5 miles. Like I can't imagine.
I wouldn't like that. But I think like if you were living there, you would like Uber or take a
That's
bus.
true. You could do that. Yeah. I guess nowadays with that makes it easier.
So it's not like your goal to move out there or move closer.
I don't really want to live like in the heart of LA. I would I'm with each new apartment, we're like consistently moving more west to get closer. Yeah. But like I'd say end game, probably like Burbank or something.
Yeah, that's still a nice area.
Yeah, just a nice area where it's like right on the cusp of it.
Yeah, like the outskirts of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What if you become like a successful screenwriter? You live on.
Well, most of the studios are in Burbank. So yeah, except for like I think Fox is further out, and Sony's way out there. Yeah, that's way out there.
Sucks to get all the way over there.
But like Universal, Warner Bros., Disney, DreamWorks, they're all out in Burbank. So that's fairly.
So that's where you don't want to be like West Hollywood area.
No.
Also, you don't get out much.
I also don't get out much.
Yeah.
No.
What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun?
Do you have a life, Cody?
Yeah. We hang out. Me and my movie theater buddies. We all do shit. We were in a bowling league a while ago. I don't know if you saw my framed first place certificate in the bathroom, Brian.
Zombie something?
My zombie league. That was a league. Nobody listening cares about this at all. But we did a bowling league, and like at the end, you get a zombie bowling ball, and that's like my official one. It's like customized for my hand.
Yeah. Is it like see-through or some shit?
No, it's painted and has like a stupid cartoon zombie on it.
Yeah. I imagine like Mystery Men where like he has a head and a bowling ball.
Yeah. It's not quite that awesome, but it's cool. It's cool.
You into bowling?
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
From like
I'm into the sports that require the least amount of actual physical work, because obviously I don't have the body of a football player. So like bowling, pool, and darts, I got down.
You're into all that?
I got a dartboard outside.
I didn't even notice that.
Yes, it's on the door out there.
You're into the white people sports.
Into the white people sports. If you want to put it that way, I guess. Okay, whatever.
Did you start like that young, or did you like pick up on that?
No, I say I picked up on it. Probably after high school, once I realized I couldn't play any of the cool sports. I tried out for baseball and didn't even make the freshman team my freshman year. So
everyone makes the freshman team.
Everyone makes the freshman team except Cody Hall.
And they're like, nah, maybe.
You should have seen me, dude. My freshman year, I was way shorter. I was like maybe 5 feet.
Yeah.
If I was lucky. And then I weighed like 80 pounds. It was ridiculous.
What are you now? Yeah. You're taller now.
I'm like 5'8", 5'7".
When did you hit that like growth spurt?
Not till I think my senior year of high school. Dude, it took forever.
Yeah.
High school sucked.
You didn't like high school?
High school sucked, dude.
Why? Because
exactly. I was always like shorter than everybody, and like it messed with my brain. I just hated it.
Were you always just picked on?
More in middle school than high school. High school was just like nobody wanted to talk to me, except for like my friends, my corporate friends. You know, and I had like I had girlfriends and shit in high school, but it wasn't like.
But I didn't. Like, did you try talking to people though? What do you mean? No, you say no one wanted to talk to you, but did you try talking to them?
Yeah, like during like group projects and shit. I never like hung out with them outside.
But you wanted to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But did you want to, or did you want to because like that's
what you mean by this? Hold on. What do you mean?
Like, did you want to hang out with them because you wanted to, or did you want to because you think that's what you're supposed to do?
Oh no, it wasn't like that. I was just like, oh, that person's cool. I want to hang out with them, and then they're like, oh no, they don't want anything to do with me. I'm like, okay, fine.
Was it like the sports kids or some shit?
No, it was never about that. It was never like sports. It's just like, oh, I think that person's cool. I want to talk to that person. And then, yeah.
Did you go to dances or anything?
No, not really. You want to hear another depressing story? My prom, I had this girl that I was crushing on hard. Yeah. Okay. And we joked around like during class, like, oh yeah, let's go to prom together. And they were like all serious. And we're like, oh yeah, look, I'm getting my dress and all that shit. I'm like, oh, cool. And I thought that, that should be serious.
She was doing
a bit? You think that's her thinking, hey, we should actually go to prom together.
Yeah.
And then like a week after, she's like, oh, I'm going with this one guy. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to fucking go now.
Really?
So, yeah, I didn't even go to my prom.
But yeah, like senior year prom?
Yeah, my senior prom.
You didn't even do that?
Didn't even go. Damn. I was so like annoyed and like.
So you were just joking back and forth. You're like, okay, I have a tuxedo ready, and she's like,
I didn't really have a tuxedo, but I was gonna get one in like the following week.
How come you didn't like confirm with her?
I thought that was confirmation.
What's the confirmation?
She showed me the dress she was getting.
Oh, she
showed me hers.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I was like, oh, cool. And then we're like working it all out, and then say like, oh, we should bring these guys in our limo. And I'm like, oh, cool, this is awesome.
Really?
This is cool. I have a crush on. We're going to prom together. This is like the high school dream come true. And then, surprise, I'm going with this giant football player.
She went with the football player?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like a sad high school story.
That's what I'm saying.
Movie. Yeah.
It's really fucking depressing.
Yeah.
But that's what happened. Yeah. And I turned out just fine, guys. You don't need to go to your prom.
I don't really think you turned out that
I'm
fine.
really depressed, bro. No, yeah, that sucked. That was probably a low point. Other than that, though, my senior year was pretty great.
But were you able to laugh at that at the time, or were you just like super upset at it?
I'm still friends with the girl.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We actually became really good friends after that. But yeah, I was.
But do you like throw it in her face? You're like, I thought I was supposed to.
I
did
one time,
you dickhead.
Yeah, I did one time. She's like, oh, I know, that was my bad. I'm like, yeah, it was your bad.
Oh, she realized that she fucked
she's
up.
like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have like made you see. I'm like, yeah, you think so?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you like
guy she went with, total douchebag too.
Yeah.
Yeah. She stopped talking to him like a couple weeks after that.
Yeah, where's he at?
Yeah.
Where's his podcast?
Yeah. You think your biceps can get you anywhere, sir? No.
Yeah, 24-hour gym manager, huh?
I'm on Don't Be A Beardo, fucker.
Yeah.
Where are you? But yeah, that's that, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But everything else turned out just fine. Yeah. Besides that depressing fact in high school,
no,
you were fine.
No, I'd say my senior year as a whole was the year things finally started turning around. Like I started becoming more social, went to parties, had relationships and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then that led into college, and college was just fine for the most part.
Was it better than high school, or
way better?
Yeah,
oh my
college
God.
was.
Yeah, you can actually talk to people. You know what I mean? Like it's cool that way.
Mm-hmm.
You have fun in most of your classes. It's a good time.
But were you like you kind of upset that you couldn't, because you still lived at home
for most of it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And did like they live at home, or did
most of them lived at home, but they were living in Orange County, which is where my school is. So it's like it was a bit difficult for me to drive a half hour to hang out with them, which I did a few times, but it was just kind of tough.
That's what I noticed.
That's when I had my work buddies. I had to kind of offset it. You know, my daytime and nighttime friends.
Oh,
yeah.
The nighttime friends.
Yeah,
that's a weird.
I got the afternoon friends. I got the morning. No. That's that, man.
That's your life.
That's my life.
And now you're at Collider.
And that's
What exactly do you do?
What do you do
Collider?
I am. The job title is weird. My technical job title is technical director, but that sounds way more like fancy than what I actually do. Basically, I'm engineering the shows.
Okay.
So it's me and another guy, Adam, and we kind of just trade off to make the workload easier because all that shit for one person is kind of a hassle.
Yeah.
Trying to do graphics and all that stuff and get everyone on set on time, it's tough. So he usually does like movie talk in the morning, and I do all the afternoon shows, like Jedi and Heroes and all that stuff.
And you were just the guy behind the board, just cutting between, like running the actual live shows.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's fun. We do it all live to tape for the most part, and we just post it right afterwards.
Oh, it is live to tape. I thought it was live. Only
movie talks live. We've been doing some of the other shows live lately. We did Nightmares and Heroes live. But
I thought like TV Talk and everything else was live.
No, it's live to tape.
It's pretty crazy that Movie Talk gets like 5,000 viewers, like live viewers.
Oh, dude, we had 9,000 at one point. Yeah.
Yeah.
We usually average about 5 or 6. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Like in the middle of the day, like a 10 a.m. show.
Yeah, it's
like,
weird, huh? Like, people really want to know about movies.
Yeah.
It's cool,
but I guess like anyone at like in class or something, or at a job, at a desk
job.
job.
I did that when I was in college. Whenever Schmoes was on, like I took night classes sometimes, and I would put my headphones on, and I would just listen to Schmoes while I was doing work.
I guess that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Like, I finished a script one time while listening to Schmoes.
Really?
Yes. I've never told anybody that. Yeah, one of my college scripts, I did it for a project, and then I finished it. I was doing like the last 20 pages all in one night because I was
during the Schmoes.
Yeah, during the Schmoes and during a class called video game analysis.
You analyzed video games?
That was a weird class, man.
How is that like a real class?
That was a weird class where like the professor like It was one of those auditorium things where there's like 200 people or whatever, like one of those classic college classrooms.
Yeah.
And like he would just go off a PowerPoint. It was so boring because everything that was on there you can find online anyway. So everyone just zoned out and did their own thing and just got attendance points. And I did that, and I just did other homework and then listened to Schmoes. It was a good time. It's phase 3. I remember that. Yeah.
Phase 3.
Phase 3 of Schmoes.
Did you just like find Schmoes on YouTube or something?
I found them. Well, there was another YouTuber that still kind of does videos, but not really. His name's Tom Chattelbash. He's this kid.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was kind of a funny little dude, and he was just making movie reviews, and then he collaborated with Schmoes. And then, they collaborated with Johns and everyone, and I just kind of jumped into that whole fold. And then that's that.
Yeah, it's kind of like its own culture. Like Jeremy Johns, Chris Stuckman, they're all Screen Junkies. Everyone's just like a little like family type of YouTubers. Yeah. And you just like fell in love with the Schmoes?
Apparently that's what happened here. I mean, I became a big fan of Schmoes and then started working for him, man. Yeah.
And then, or you were still working at the movie theater at the time?
Like, I worked at the theater up until about a year ago, I want to say.
And then you got hired on by Collateral, just doing straight technical stuff. Yeah. Yeah. You enjoying it?
Yeah, I actually really love my job. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. People I work with are really cool. Stressful at times with like live stream problems and all that shit. But other than that, it's a fun job to have, and I'm really grateful to have it. Man.
It's like a full time, like 9 to 5. So once you get there, like, okay, you wake up, you feed your cats.
I feed them at night.
Okay.
Get your shit together, Brian.
You feed your cats, go to bed, then you wake up.
Yep.
Take a piss.
Yep.
Sit in hour and a half long traffic. What time do you get to Collider?
About 9.
You get there at 9?
Yeah.
Movie talk. What's that?
Go on.
Movie talk starts at 10, right?
Yeah.
You only get there with an hour before to prep?
It's not like Schmoes. Dude, people listening appreciate what we do for Schmoes. It takes so long to set that shit up. But no, movie talk's super easy because we just turn on cameras, turn on the lights and everything, and then load up the graphics.
You don't need that many graphics?
No, we do. It's just the graphics are all pre-made by our graphics guy.
Oh, okay.
So he has them ready when we come in the morning. We just load it up.
Oh, and you load them up in an hour.
Ready to go. Meetings at 9:30, and then we jump on into it.
Oh, and the table's already set up from like the night before. Or something. Oh, okay. Yeah, with Schmoes, we should do like a time lapse of Schmoes, like setting up the.
We really should just see how long it takes.
The whole setup.
Yeah.
Because we now
have to take pretty much everything apart to do Schmoes. It's kind of ridiculous. Like everything that Collider does is completely gone by the time Schmoes starts. Like it's really weird.
Flip the lights, set up the main table, and now we bring in the couch.
Load up graphics that don't work, and then you got to freak out and re-export everything.
Why don't the graphics work?
I don't know. Me and Copster have not solved that lately, guys. You don't understand. These past few weeks, they can make a movie about us with the heroic efforts of getting the show off on time. When none of the graphics are working, it's kind of incredible. We don't know why it's not working lately, but we've been redoing it and it's been fine. But
yeah. So the graphics of like Ken's news and like everything else. Then we set up the couch, the curtains, everything. Now I set up the audio. How do you like the new setup now?
I like it a lot, actually. It's less cameras, so it's good.
Is it?
It's like before, I'd have to use all 8.
Oh,
now I'm using like 6 or maybe 7.
Yeah, you have the main table, the wide shot. Then
3 on the main table. You got the couch and you got the booth, which are like the main 5 that we do, and then occasionally I'll do a 6th one. But
for like the entrances and everything. Yeah, you like
cool.
You like it?
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot less stressful.
It goes back to like the phase 5 or phase 6 or 4. 4, 3.
3 is the one where they're in the radio studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goes back to that. Okay. You like it?
It's cool, man. It's been a fun vibe. The one from a couple weeks ago when we had the phone callers for the first time. It was like one of the worst things ever from a technical standpoint, but it was also like the hardest I've ever laughed on the show. Twice in one show. I was just in tears where I had to throw my headphones off and just take a seat back. And I was just like, oh my God. Those are the moments, because it gets stressful sometimes, but those are the moments where I'm like, all right, this is awesome. This is really cool what we do.
Yeah, I've watched that like repeatedly. Yeah. At least 5 times on my own. And I just still laugh at it. Like the first phone call where he's like, Ken, nobody looks up to you.
It's like, why would you say that? Why would you say that to a person?
Yeah, and he's also like, I like Schmoes. I like Mark and the other guy.
Ken, nobody looks up to you. What the hell? That guy lives here. I live in Covina, is where I currently live, and that guy's from here.
Oh, yeah.
He's Andres from Covina.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to find this fucker.
You're going to look him up.
Look you up, Andres.
Andres, I have his phone number.
You do, don't you? Yeah. No, appreciate being a fan.
Yeah.
Make sure we should get that across. We're just joking.
Yeah. We're not going to find you.
We're not going to find you.
Soon.
Don't worry. We're not Liam Neeson.
Yeah. And then the last guy was like just a random...
Justin from Chicago.
Yeah. Random, like, why would you take a guy to a Chinese place?
It was beautiful. That was just a beautiful moment for all of us. We all just collectively laughed and lost our shit at the same time.
I don't know how you were still cutting at the time.
That was a miracle on my part. I'm like, okay, I think these guys are laughing because I had my eyes pretty much closed just from laughing and crying so hard, and I was just going off listening, and I was just like, oh, okay, and it was awesome. I was just listening to who's laughing the loudest, and I'm like, I think that's camera 6, and I was like, all right.
Dude, what is it, Joelle? She was like dying laughing. It was just like super loud. It was funny.
I think that was the hardest I laughed. Before that, it was my first show, the JT Trey Sanatoris stop thing.
Yeah.
Like, I lost it then, too. Like,
really? You laughed at that time?
Yeah.
It was just like...
I think you can find me on camera, actually. If you go back and look at that, they cut to me, and I'm just like, what the hell was that? I'm like, what did I just get into? That was cool.
Good times.
Good times. And it's a fun thing we're doing here, Brian.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty fun that we get to do it.
Yeah. I don't appreciate that enough.
You don't?
I don't think so.
I don't think you say thank you enough to him.
I really don't. I try to.
Yeah?
I try to. I remember when I first got hired at Collateral, I was like, Christian, thank you so much for everything you've done for me, man. Thank you. And then, it tells me to fuck off. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't
fucking get behind the fucking...
Go get me a coffee.
Go get the graphics. Go make sure the graphics...
Fix the graphics, Cody. Where's the pictures?
Anything else you have to say before we go?
No, man. I'm surprised we're able to keep this going for over an hour, in all honesty. I thought this would last maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I'm proud of us both today.
You surprised me. You surprised me.
I surprised myself. Yeah. You know?
You have enough. You have a lot to say, Cody.
Yeah. I do have a story to tell, apparently. Okay. This is inspirational stuff here.
Last week I gave you a mic. You didn't use it.
You didn't use it either. Okay,
yeah.
You had it too.
Yeah.
We're going to use that eventually.
I think next week we got to just like jump in and have the mic.
We can't tell anybody, though, that's on the stage. We have to just pull it out of nowhere and be like, all right, hold on, guys. And then just start jumping into it.
I told Mark, I was like, hey, Mark, just so he knows, like, hey, Mark, if you have a question for Cody or something, I have it mic'd up. He's like, oh, cool. And he never got to it.
Nice. People forget about me all the time. It's totally okay.
He like deliberately did not want to throw
just like high school at all. Nobody wants Cody to talk.
No, everyone's always like on the comments, like, give Cody a mic.
Yeah, sometimes I'm funny.
Yeah.
Most of the time not. But I appreciate the support from the fans out there. I love you guys. You're cool.
Pretty nice. All the fans are pretty nice.
They're pretty nice.
Everyone, like, they appreciate like
for having a decent following here. We don't really have a lot of bad trolls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of them are really supportive. Yeah.
There's a couple out there, but he's just like,
okay. Couple.
Like it's obviously like he's trying to
you got some problems. Okay? Yeah.
But thank you for doing this, Cody.
Thank you.
Sorry for bothering you on your day off.
Oh, it's fine. I was just, playing NBA 2K17.
I know.
Middle of my career mode over here. I just broke up with my girlfriend on the game. Oh, you guys ever played? You never played that?
I didn't know you can have
a
like
legit
a career
story.
like
it's from the guy who wrote Creed. Like, Michael B. Jordan is in this game.
Oh, yeah. I've
really
seen him post about it.
Yeah.
But he creates like a storyline for it.
Yes.
It's
really weird. Like, you go out there and throw a triple-double, and then all of a sudden you're over here training with your trainer. Like, it's weird. Yeah. It's a great game. I love it.
You should live your own life, though, Cody.
I really should. I should go out there and start my own NBA career.
Yeah. Go talk to somebody outside.
I got a lot of neighbors. I can probably go out there. Oh, well. This is fun, though, dude. Thank you.
Where can people find you on the tweets?
Find me on Twitter at @TheRealCodyHall. Occasionally, I post something humorous.
You got to be more active on there.
I do. I used to be really active.
Yeah.
All the time. I used to try to post like 2 or 3 things a day.
Yeah.
And then I stopped. I don't know what it was. I just got kind of disenchanted by it. I don't know.
Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna post this, but I'm like, what's the point?
There's so many times. This happens every day. I'll type something and I'm like, that's the stupidest fucking thing in the world, Cody. Don't post that, and I'll just put it in my drafts.
I think more people need to think about that.
One day,
that.
One day I'm just gonna like post my drafts folder, so you guys can see all the ridiculous jokes I've got in my head. I'm like, why was he thinking about that?
Yeah.
Oh. Stupid.
All right, find you at @TheRealCodyHall.
Yeah,
but your Instagram's different, right?
Instagram, I don't really use it all, but I'm at that one dude Cody. If you want to follow me there,
follow it. Mm-hmm. And then if you're listening to this show, I hope so. I hope you're enjoying the show.
Okay.
And give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. Don't be a beardo. It's not called Would You Like to Be a Beardo? It's called Don't Be a Beardo.
Who wants to be a beardo? Is what it was. You cannot get your titles in order, man.
Give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. Rate, comment, subscribe on YouTube and all that. And we'll hear from Cody again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cody.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
All right, let's go. Bye.